Okay, this week we're looking at circles. So first thing we're going to look at is circumference of a circle. Circumference is just a special name for the perimeter, and the perimeter is just the distance around the outside. In a circle, we've got three main bits at the moment. We'll add more later on. We have the circumference, the distance around the outside, the radius, which is from the centre to the outside, and the diameter, which is all the way across from side to side through the middle. For each of these, the radius is 2 times the radius is the diameter, or half the diameter is the radius. That's important to remember because we'll use that later. So I've said that at the side for you here. C divided by pi, so divided by d, gives us 3.1415927 and so on. At the moment, I think we're at a couple of million decimal places. If they're keeping on going and keeping on looking at this so they can play about with it. Basically, it was discovered that every circle comes out, when you divide the circumference by the diameter, comes out to this same value. So what they did is they said, stuff it, we'll give it its own symbol. So they called it pi, which is a Greek letter, pronounced pi as in apple pie. And pi we can use as 3.1415927 and so on. You can either use the pi button on your calculator. If you can't find the pi button, or you're not sure where it is or whatever, just use 3.14. It's accurate enough for our purposes. So, looking from above, we had c divided by d. So if we rearrange it, we can have c equals pi d, which is our formula we're going to use for the circumference of a circle. So for our first circle, the diameter is 16. So d is 16. Now, I always write what the radius is. So if I'm given the radius, I write the diameter. If I'm given the diameter, I write the radius. Because more often than not, you're asked to do more than one thing. But for us, we're only asked to do one thing today. So here, c equals pi d, our formula. So pi, I'm using 3.14 times 16, because that's d. Chuck it in my calculator, 50.24. If you found your pi button on your calculator, you'll do pi, the pi button, times 16, and you'll get 50.26548 and so on, which will round to 50.27. You'll notice there's a slight difference because pi, when you use your pi button, is slightly bigger than 3.14. But for our intents and purposes, 50.24 is fine. Doing a second example where we're given the radius, not the diameter. So here, we're given from the centre to the outside, the radius. So the radius is 3. We double it to get the diameter is 6. So again, c equals pi d. Pi, which is 3.14, times 6. Put it in our calculator, we get 18.84. Using our pi button, c equals pi d. So pi button times 6 gives us 18.84955559. Rounding it, 18.85 centimetres.